Hi there, I'm Jordan Elkins and welcome to a 30 to 40 minute heart opening and energizing yoga class. We're actually filming this class on Valentine's Day, so what better day to practice leading a little bit more with your heart. For this class, you're going to need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, maybe at home, a couple of sturdy books could do the trick. For some of the balancing stuff, you could always use a chair. And then a blanket. If you don't have a blanket, a beach towel or any household towel might work. So we're going to begin today with what we call a heart bench. Now you can do a heart bench over a block, or I'm also going to show you a way that you can use the blanket to maybe make it a little bit more comfortable. You're going to take that block to what would be at about the lower portion of your shoulder blades, and we're going to lay back over it. Your legs can be in any position that feel comfortable to you. So whether that's the knees bent and pointed up towards the ceiling, or the legs totally out straight, whatever works. So we're going to lay back over that heart bench or our block and find a position that our head can actually connect to the ground. So again, you can take your legs wherever you'd like, knees out, legs straight, or the knees pointing up towards the ceiling. And it's just going to encourage this nice opening through the front side of the body to start. If this is a little uncomfortable for you, then we're going to take our blanket, kind of long style, kind of hot dog style, and then we're going to roll it up, and our hot dog will turn into a bit of a burrito. And then we're going to lay over our blanket burrito at about the same place where we had that block. So still similar opening to the front side of the body or to the heart, which is what we're going for here, but maybe a little bit more comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and stay on this one because it feels good. I'm going to take my feet as wide as my mat and allow my knees to knock in towards one another. And we're just going to spend a little bit of time here breathing nice and easy to start. You don't have to think about changing or manipulating your breath just yet. And just starting to bring your awareness, your mind, your thoughts into your practice. So you have chosen to take this time out of your day for your body. And so now just making that small, soft commitment to allow your mind to be connected as well. It's so often that our days are filled with to-do lists. We're doing things for other people constantly. But for right now, and each and every time that we come to our mats, just trying to make that tiny separation from the rest of our day to our yoga practice, to this time that we are completely giving over to ourselves. Start to notice how your body feels as it lies here on the mat. Maybe first and foremost, you notice this opening to the front line of the body. Maybe noticing if you came to your mat today with any pre-existing tension, tightness, or maybe noticing just how good it feels to slow down. Yoga is a practice for our physical body, and also a practice for our mind and our breath. So throughout the practice today, I'll be cueing and encouraging you to link your breath to your movement. If that doesn't work for you today, feel free just to move at a pace that feels good to your body. And as we lead with our heart through the practice today, allowing our body to feel its way into and out of every posture that we take. Taking a few more rounds of breath right here. And then without disturbing the body as much as possible, so just trying to gently move yourself either to the side or up onto your forearms to take your heart bench out of the way. You can just set it off to the side and then reconnect your body all the way down to the ground. Again, legs wherever is comfortable. Palms facing up towards the ceiling, encouraging the shoulders to open. Turn your awareness towards your breath. Begin to notice your inhale and your exhale. Breathing in and out through the nose if that's available to you. And allowing the breath to sink a little bit deeper into the belly. With each inhale, the belly expands. With each exhale, the navel pulls to the spine. On your next inhale, notice how the breath can push to the left and to the right in the rib cage. And as you exhale, the rib cage and the body begins to knit itself back together. If you're a tactile person, you can actually take your fingers to the low ribs, like you're framing your ribs with your hands. Breathe into your hands. Notice that expansion. And notice how the body pulls itself back together on the exhale. Even notice the air kind of pressing into the back body, where your mid-spine or middle of your thoracic spine connects to the ground. So we're breathing this complete breath into the body in a 360-degree-like fashion. And I'll be encouraging you to breathe this way all throughout your practice. If you have an Ujjayi pranayama in your practice, feel free to invite it in now or not. Take one more round of breath. Begin to draw the soles of your feet onto the mat, just to make it a little bit easier to hug your knees in towards your chest. And you could hug across the shins or behind the knees if it's more accessible. You can rock from side to side or maybe draw circles on the ceiling with the knees. Or if it's more comfortable to you, you can just hang out in stillness, pulling the knees in, noticing some compression in the hip flexors, maybe at the front side of the body. Keep your right knee drawn in, release your left leg down to the ground. Left leg can extend all the way out, with the toes lightly flexed towards the face, or the sole of the foot can be on the ground with the knee pointing to the ceiling. You can draw this knee in towards your chest or out towards the armpit and shoulder, or maybe even take some circles. Just kind of seeing what's going on in this right hip. Take an inhale. As you exhale, allow this right knee to cross over the midline of the body if it's comfortable, and find a twist. Right hand can extend out into a T position with the palm facing down to the ground. The knee can go towards the midline, it can go past it, it could maybe go all the way to the ground or a block, depending on how it feels into your spine. So just take this first twist nice and easy. There's no have to. Just feel. Stay connected to your breath here. Breathe into the belly and into the ribs. Slowly begin to draw your body back to center. Bring the left knee in to meet the right. Give yourself a little reset hug, and then keep the left knee pulled in. Release the right leg down. The knee can be bent with the sole of the foot on the ground, or the right leg totally extended on your mat. Draw this left knee in towards your chest or out towards the left shoulder and armpit, or maybe even work those circles into the hip. Just keeping in mind one side might feel different than the other. That's perfectly fine. Totally normal. Just giving each side of your body what they need. Take an inhale here and exhale. Let's find that twist on this side. Left hand can extend out into that T position. Left knee can find the block or the ground. Breathing into your belly and into the ribs. Slowly drawing your left knee back to center. Bringing the right knee in to meet it, giving yourself again that reset hug. You can start to rock again from side to side, or if it's comfortable and available to you, you can take your hands to the back side of your legs at the hamstrings and start to rock and roll up and down your spine. We'll take a few rocks here, just massaging the muscles up and down the spine. And eventually, we'll meet in an easy cross-legged seated position, sitting up nice and tall on our mat. You can always sit on your blanket or sit on a block if you need to. We'll just sit up nice and tall, the hand on either knee. Take an inhale, pull the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale them down the back. Again, inhaling the shoulders up to the ears and exhaling them down the back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale the shoulders down the back. Take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Gaze up at your hands. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead one more time. This time, exhale, cactus arms, elbows right outside the shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Reach the arms up overhead. Gaze up at the hands. Exhale the left hand down. Take an inhale. Reach that right arm straight up. Think length in the right side body. And then exhale. Bend the left elbow in towards the body as you reach the right fingertips over. So beginning to open up through the right side. Gaze wherever is comfortable to your neck, maybe out in front or up towards the ceiling. Encourage your right shoulder blade away from your face as you open up the right side. Inhale the right arm up. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale the right arm down. Inhale, reach the left arm straight up. Exhale, bend into the right elbow as you start to tip yourself over to the right. Press down into the left hip. Reach through the left fingers. Encourage that left shoulder down. Breathe into the spaces between each and every rib. Inhale, left arm up. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Release your hands wherever is comfortable to you. Chin can tuck towards your chest or stay extended towards your fingers. The hips are reaching back. The fingertips are reaching forward, getting some traction and creating some space in the low spine. Still encouraging your breath to move into your belly and into your ribs, into the back body. And exhaling as the body knits itself back together. Taking one more round of breath right here. Then on your next inhale, walking yourself back to that seated position. We're going to come over our knees or uncross our legs, send them out to the side to make our way onto our hands and knees. So into a tabletop position. Your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Take just a moment to stretch into the forearms a little bit. So maybe taking the fingertips to the sides of your mat, you can add some movement left and right here. Just hang out in stillness, finding that stretch. If it's comfortable, fingertips rotate all the way back towards you. Again, maybe you add movement or hang out in stillness. Rotating your fingertips back towards the top of your mat. Let's take the top of one hand down into the ground. Getting into those extensor muscles on the other side of the forearm. Switch sides whenever you're ready. Planting the palms back down onto the ground. Bow your elbows out to the sides of your mat and then wrap them back in towards one another. Gaze down, maybe in between the hands or towards the top of your mat, thinking about a nice long spine. Take an inhale, lift your tailbone, soften your belly down, and lift your chest and chin. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel to the spine as you round the back. Inhale, lift the tailbone, soften the belly, lift the chest and chin, finding cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel to the spine, round the back as you find cat. Take a few more rounds at the rate of your own breath, inhaling to lift to cow. Exhaling to press and round to cat. Take just a few more rounds, the rate of your own breath, beginning to connect your breath to your movement and setting the cadence and pace of your practice. Take one more full round. And then inhale yourself back to a neutral spine. From here, reaffirm the wrapping of the elbows in towards one another. Tuck the toes under. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, lift the knees just 2 to 3 inches up off the ground for a hovering tabletop. Instantly bringing a little bit of heat to the core, to the quads. Gazing down at the mat to keep your spine long. Just a little bit of length in the tailbone. So the difference is sending my tailbone up towards the ceiling or sending it straight back behind me. Pressing the ground away nice and active. Charging through the front line of the body. Encouraging a nice long spine. Stay connected to your breath. Inhale. Exhale, release the knees. Untuck the toes if it's comfortable. Find a child's pose. Knees can be together or apart. Hips can sink towards the heels. Or you could always stay up on the forearms, hips a little bit higher, and maybe support your head with 2 stacked fists or a block. Child's pose is a resting pose in yoga. This is a place you can always come to just recover the breath, recover the body, or digest any movement that's been done. And when you're ready, beginning to lift the hips, tuck the toes under, and send the hips up towards the ceiling for your downward facing dog. Taking a little bit of time in this first downward facing dog just to move around, to notice how the body's feeling, maybe bending one knee, bending the other, maybe rocking the hips from side to side, shaking the head yes and no, allowing everything to release in between the arms, gripping the mat with your fingertips like you're trying to make a fist with your hands, but the ground is in the way. Heels reach down, tailbone reaches up, ribs and hips pull lightly towards one another. And again, those shoulders are spinning away from the spine as the elbows draw towards one another. Breathe here. Slowly walk your feet up towards your hands at the top of your mat, making your way into a forward fold of your choice. So keeping your knees as bent as you might need here, maybe so much that the rib cage actually connects to the thighs. Arms hang nice and heavy, as does the head. If it's comfortable, opposite hand can find opposite elbow crease, and you can lightly sway from side to side. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Shake the head yes one more time, ending on that yes. Release the arms to the ground. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend deep into the knees and roll up to standing vertebrae by vertebrae. At the very top, sending the shoulders down the back, opening the palms towards the front of your mat, standing nice and tall in Tadasana. Take an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, just like before. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. This time, exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right, keeping the hip points as straightforward as you can. Exhale, left. Inhale, one more each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms away. Fold all the way down towards the ground. Inhale, lift up halfway. Find a nice flat back. Hands to the shins or quads. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant the hands. Step the feet back to a high plank pose. You can always modify by releasing the knees down to the ground, keeping the shoulders over the hands, pressing the ground away from you, nice and strong. A little bit of length in the tailbone to keep our spine nice and long. Take an inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower the knees. Lower down, chaturanga, elbows go straight back. Inhale, peel yourself up for cobra, engaging the backside to lift the front. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Take a few rounds here at the rate of your own breath. Engaging the backside body to open up the front. If you like a higher cobra, you can start to recruit the arms. If not, just continue to work with that low cobra. Exhale, releasing all the way down. Inhale. Exhale back, child's pose. Breathing a few rounds of breath here just to digest the movement and notice what's going on in the body. Slowly beginning to inhale. As you lift the hips, tuck the toes under, and exhale the hips up nice and high, downward facing dog. Inhale, high to the toes. Exhale to bend the knees, gazing at the thumbs, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the arms reach up overhead as we come to stand. And exhale, your hands to your heart. We're going to sink ourselves down into a chair pose. So again, thinking about a little length in the tailbone to find a neutral pelvis, sending the weight a bit into our heels and sending the hips down and back. Still thinking about a nice long spine. So not allowing our bum to kind of send itself way back, but keeping that neutral line in the pelvis and encouraging that neutral spine as well. Some people practice their chair with the legs together. Some people practice their chair with their feet directly under the hips. I'm going to practice with my feet directly under the hips today. Feels better to my low back, but please feel free to choose what works for you. Taking another breath in this chair pose. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plank pose. Breathing here. Option right from your plank to bend the knees, send the tailbone up, and shift back to your downward facing dog. If you prefer a little bit more movement from your plank, you can inhale forward. Exhale to lower chaturanga of your choice. Inhale, low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. And exhale to find your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back behind you. Exhale to step your right foot through your hands. Taking your time, your hands could always be on blocks to create a little bit more space for you to step your leg up. Inhale the arms up overhead, crescent lunge. You could bend the back knee if it felt more comfortable to your hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, cactus arms. You've been here. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Exhale, left foot through the hands. Take your time. Maybe widen your stance if you need. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Exhale to twist to the left. Nice and active still through the back leg. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead as you come back to center. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Step it back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Slowly begin to bring yourself forward to the top of your mat. However you like to get there, you can step, you can jump, you can float, making your way to that forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, refold. Prep your chair feet wherever you like them. On your next inhale, sink the hips, hands to heart, chair pose. Send the weight into the right foot. Come onto the ball of the left foot. You can stay here, already finding maybe a little bit of balance. You can stay here if this is already challenging your balance enough. Or pull the left toes towards your face. Bring yourself up into a one-leg Tadasana. Set your drishti or your gaze at one spot out in front of you to help you balance from the inside out. Inhale. Exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, find that plank, however you like to get there. You can work through your flow or simply bend your knees, tilt your tailbone up, send it back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot through the hands. When you're ready, inhale up, crescent lunge. Take your time. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale your upper body halfway down. A nice extended crescent lunge. If you have a warrior 3 in your practice, you could take it now. That's a one-leg standing posture. Lifting that back foot off the ground, trying to reach it straight back behind your hip, keeping the toes pulled towards the face. Arms can reach forward, come to your heart, or go out to the side for airplane. Another option, if you have these blocks or your books or a chair, you could take a supported L. Same exact shape, but my hands have somewhere that they can go. This doesn't mean I'm weighting down into them. I'm keeping my core engaged to keep me lifted, still challenging the balance and building strength into that right leg. Also working some bone density into the ankle, the knee, the hip. Breathe here wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale, left foot meets the right, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hand, step or jump it back, plank pose. Option to stay here. Inhale forward and begin to work through your flow. Or bend the knees, lift the hips, downward facing dog. You have enough time here to work through the bottom part of that sun salutation or shift yourself back to your down dog and breathe. Keeping in mind, you can always take a child's pose should you need to. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot steps through the hands. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Exhale to twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, upper body halfway down. Nice extended crescent lunge, so strong. Maybe your warrior 3 if you have it on this side. Hands to heart or out to the side. Maybe you take the hands down to your blocks or your chair or your books for that supported L. Inhale. Exhale, right foot to meet the left. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, refold. Prep those chair feet. When you're ready, inhale the hips down, the hands to the heart. Inhale, come to stand, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Maybe you lean back just a little. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart chair. Weight into the left foot, come onto the ball of the right foot. Option to stay here, pull those toes towards your face. Lift yourself on up, one leg Tadasana, left side. Breathe here, set that drishti, that gaze point. Inhale, exhale, chair. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, find that plank pose. Step or jump your feet back. Shift it back to down dog or inhale forward. Exhale, chaturanga of your choice. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back behind you. Engage the glutes and open the hip. Take some circles here with that right knee or just hang out in stillness. Inhale, right leg reaches back. Exhale, right foot through the hands. When you're ready, inhale up, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, exhale to twist. Inhale, center, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, upper body halfway down, extended crescent, or your warrior three variation. Arms go wherever is comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, find that plank. Work through a flow or shift it back to your downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Bend the knee, engage. Inhale, reach it straight back. Exhale, left foot through the hands. When you're ready, inhale up, crescent. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center, arms reach up. Exhale, upper body halfway down. Option to stay here, find that warrior three variation. Remember, the hands can always come down onto blocks for that supported L. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, refold. Prep those chair legs. Next inhale, hips down, hands to heart. Stay strong. Inhale, come to stand, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus arms one more time, maybe a little lean back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Stay here for a few extra breaths. You can walk your hands under your feet, maybe to give the hands a little bit of a massage. You can wrap your arms behind your legs to help traction your upper body down. Or take any other forward fold variation that you would like. And slowly, we're just going to bend into the knees to send our hips down to the ground, beginning to make our way down onto our back. If you'd like to bring a block or two with you, they could help you for these final moments of our practice. We're just going to bring ourselves all the way back down onto the ground. We're going to take a reclining pigeon pose to start. So taking your right ankle and crossing it over your left thigh. You can stay right here, maybe push out and away on the inner part of the right thigh. Or if you have a deeper expression where you like to reach through your legs to grab the back side of the left leg, or all the way through to the left shin. Picking a variation of this posture that you don't feel like you have to strain too much to get into, to start to encourage a little bit more release through your body. So you built all this awesome heat and energy with your breath, with your movement, by connecting the two. So now we just allow a little bit of that energy to kind of settle, sink into our body and release any tension we don't need. Stay connected to your breath. Slowly release this side when you're ready, and then switch. Left ankle over the right thigh. Maybe choosing a different variation if this side needs something else for a moment or two. Or having the option to reach your arms through your legs to grab the back side of that right leg or through to the right shin. You're ready, releasing this side, planting the soles of both feet down onto the ground, knees pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to move into a bridge pose, lightly grazing your heels with your fingertips. On an inhale, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. You can stay here if you have any, other variation of your bridge pose, maybe walking the shoulder blades under the heart space. interlacing the fingers at the base of the spine and pressing the forearms down. Or if you'd like to make the pose a little bit more restorative, you could take a block at its low setting or medium setting. If you are looking for, that much support underneath you, I recommend just stacking the two blocks so that it's a little more sturdy, stable, and safe for you. So if you're taking that variation, resting your tailbone or your sacrum down onto the block and allowing the block to do the work for you. Keeping that opening through the front side of the body. And still breathing into your belly. Breathing into your ribs. Staying connected to that full expansion of breath into the torso. Maybe you even see the rise and fall of the breath right now. Whenever you're ready, maybe if you're on a block, taking an inhale to lift yourself up off the block and move it, and then on an exhale, releasing your body all the way back down to the ground. From here, sending our knees towards our chest and extending them up towards the ceiling. Taking what we call a legs up the wall pose. Any pose in yoga, I know they sending our legs up towards the ceiling for a legs up the wall pose. Allowing our heart to get a little bit of a break as we begin to move into the final moments of our practice. As we send the major or biggest muscles of our body above our heart, it no longer has to work as hard to pump blood to them and then back to the heart. So it really does kind of signal to our heart that we're beginning to make our way maybe into the more restorative part of our practice. You can stay here. You could always move to a wall, taking the wall to the back side of your legs and allowing it to support you. You could stay there for your final resting pose or shavasana. You could take any other movements you'd like to right now as we prepare for that final rest of our practice. Maybe bending the knees, reaching the arms to the edges of the feet for a happy baby pose. Lightly pulling down on your feet as you press your feet into your hands, getting a little stretch into the hips. You can stay still. Most happy babies I know aren't that still. So maybe you rock from side to side. Maybe you straighten one leg out and then the other, or both at the same time. And then again, any other movements, any other stretches to make yourself nice and comfortable down onto your mat. If you'd like to maybe drape the blanket over you, that would be a good idea. Or if you'd like the soles of your feet to come together and the knees to go out to the side, your blocks could support that opening. So finding yourself in a position that is super comfortable to you. Beginning to take a few rounds of breath into the nose and out through the mouth. Again, taking another inhale into the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Just beginning to release the physical practice. Taking one more inhale into the nose. Opening the mouth to exhale. Releasing your body down into the ground. Releasing the control and awareness of your breath. Allowing your body to enjoy the stillness. Allowing your body to enjoy the movement that it's just done. And allowing all the benefits of this time that you took out of your day for you, for your body. Allowing all of those things to sink and seep into your body without you having to do a single thing. Slowly wiggling your fingers and toes. Re-waking up the body. Drawing the soles of your feet to the ground so that it's a little bit easier to pull your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself one last hug. Roll to your right or your left side in the fetal position, using your arm to support your head like a pillow. Allowing your eyes to remain closed or half-lidded, pressing yourself up into an easy cross-legged seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, a hand on either knee or the hands resting in the lap. We'll take one more inhale together as we reach our arms up overhead. Exhaling our hands down to our heart, bowing to acknowledge ourselves, our own bodies, our own practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to send us a message or an email. We hope you enjoyed your practice.